Over the past 4 seasons, 64 people have challenged themselves to the most groundbreaking show ever, Survivor. These 8 new castaways have been given the opportunity to compete in the greatest show ever created. Little do they know that they will compete against 8 returning players. These 8 players consist of 2 players from each season from the previous 4, and they're coming back for some redemption. Survivor is once again changing. Can the new players knock over the powerhouse and the returning players to win, or will the returning players get some revenge and break their own curse? We will find out. 39 days, 16 people, 1 survivor. Welcome, the 8 of you, to the 5th season of Survivor. Yeah! So this is pretty awkward as there's only 1 tribe here and we don't merge right off the bat, so come on in, guys. So we're just standing there, it's kind of awkward. There's 1 tribe and my mind is running because I don't know what's going on. And I can't really see much since I'm at the back of the group. I can barely see, and I can just hear Jeff say, "Come on in, guys," and yep, that's when it all went wrong. So Jeff says, "Come on in, guys," and yeah, that's obviously a bit alarming. Who's gonna come wandering out? We're gonna see some familiar faces, are we gonna see some celebrities? No one knows. And yeah, so that makes me a little bit nervous, as opening twists can kind of destroy your game, if that makes sense. Introducing our returning cast. From season 1, we have Chrissy and Rick. From season 2, Cassandra and Gavin. From season 3, Carol and Ken. And from season 4, our most recent one, we have Lindsay and Lucas. Okay, here's a map to your tribe. Head on out. The game has begun. Yeah, so coming back after 3 seasons of, well, not doing anything really, it's a little bit, it makes me feel a little bit nervous because, well, I'm kind of inexperienced at this, so I kind of feel like I should be on the newbie side if you ask me. But, you know, I feel confident. I want to play a little bit more aggressive than I did in season 1. Not too much that will put such a big threat on my back because I'm not entirely confident I'll be able to get rid of it. I think looking at my tribe, I think I've got the worst placement out of everybody, so that might help me in the long run, as I'm probably going into this game out of the returning players as probably the least, well, threatening one. And that helps me because it allows me to do some more moves, just a little bit under the radar, and that's all anyone can ask for, really. So this is camp? Yes, nice place. We just get started with some introductions. Yep, guess so. Yeah, seeing some new players turning up is kind of a surprise. I'm not intimidated though. I can't allow myself to be intimidated, otherwise I'm basically lost. The other reason why I'm not intimidated is because they've lost before, and in order for me to win, they're gonna have to lose again, so why should I feel intimidated? Alright, I guess I'll start. Hi, I'm Josh. I work in human resources. I'm Hannah, and well, I'm a scuba diver, but interesting enough, I also do like scuba diving, cinematography, and like tours underwater. Well, speaking of photography, I'm a photographer myself, so yeah, cool. And I'm Eric as well, just letting you guys know. I think the more the time the show has gone along, the more it's dawned on people that relationships are really important. And relationships are as important at the moment as strategy, and getting goods with everybody and getting some good relationships going is first priority for me. So if I can relate to Eric with his, well, since he's a photographer and I'm kind of like an underwater photographer as well, you know, maybe we can do something about that. Maybe we can make something happen, but I'm not counting on it because I still need to keep my eyes open. Hey, I'm Scarlett and I'm a Marine. Well, hey, I'm Chuck, I'm a mechanic. Also, Chuck is not really my real name, I'm Charlie as well, but you guys can call me Chuck. Hey, I'm Chuck, I'm also, well, you can also call me Charlie as well, but I prefer to be called Chuck anyway. I'm coming in with a very clear mind, because I think people come into this game thinking they've got to lie, they've got to steal, they've got to cheat, they're going to just be, well, kind of an asshole. And I'm coming in with the verdict that you don't have to do any of that to win. I'm going to be a pretty nice guy, help around camp, you know, just try and get in goods with lots of people. I think my first targets will be the weakest players because, well, we need to win challenges, and it's these returning players. They'll be expecting some of the challenges coming up, I reckon, and we need to get one up. Hey, I'm Emily, and I'm a banker. Hey, I'm James, currently in university, but I'm looking at either being an artist or going into, well, work at NASA, you know? That's cool. Hey, I'm Heather, and I'm a stay-at-home mum. Alright, should we get to building the shelter? Yeah, who would like to lead that? Well, I guess I can because, well, I do have some experience building. What's the kind of plan we're going for? Well, I just think we go for a very ordinary kind of basic design. I mean, we don't have to spend a lot of time on it as long as it's sturdy. Now, damn it. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Well, then I guess it's respectful for me to laugh because that was funny. Go ahead. Yeah, I understand why people are getting along, but it's really early in this game, so I need to keep my eyes out for that. And any connections I see that spark really early are probably going to be the most dangerous ones, so I need to shut that down immediately. In my opinion, I think this could be a close 3 because I think we're the strongest in the tribe. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but we're a 3, we need at least 4, so anyone got their eyes on anybody? Well, in my opinion, maybe Eric and Emily. I mean, like, I've kind of got good connections from them, and maybe they can, like, bring in some others. I mean, like, the more the merrier, right? Yeah, so it kind of puts Josh and Heather on the outs, right? Yeah, I guess so. That's one alliance. Again, not to be the sneaky guy running around spying on everybody, but that's a problem. I mean, I'm on the outs already, and there's 3 of them there. That could be a close 3, as they're already starting to get to know each other quite well. And so my goal is to make sure that the people that they want in their alliance are closer with me, because then I can make them turn on those 3, and then, you know, already starting to get an alliance formed and stuff and controlling this game, because that's all anyone can ask for. So on day 1, an alliance built on strength forms, and it's me, Chuck, and Hannah. I think that's a very important thing, as because we need strength to beat these guys. I mean, there's some strong players over there, there really are. And there's some smart players over there as well. And I think the teams are relatively evenly matched, so whoever's got the strongest team will win the most immunity challenges. So yeah, being in this alliance early on is great. Hey, you guys, I need to talk to you about something. You want to form an alliance? Well, kind of, but hear me out. So I was spying. I don't want to seem like the sneaky guy, but this is important. And you'll like the fact that I did, actually, because I heard that Chuck, Scarlett, and Hannah are getting close, and they're willing to, like, build, like, a alliance based on strength, and they're going to take probably me, maybe you Heather out, and then after that, just steamroll everybody else. So I think 5 of us need to come to a collective agreement at the first vote, if we go there, and just vote them out. Yeah, but they're our strongest players. Yeah, but just because you're strong, like, doesn't mean you need to stay, right? I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, we can consider it. Josh right off the bat has been a really loose cannon. But I agree with his plan. Yes, I do. I really agree with it because Chuck, Scarlett, and Hannah, if they're tight, that could be they could be big threats later on. Plus, they're strong, and I'm not very strong, so potentially I could be a target as I'm not the strongest person here, and I'll admit it. So I need to really get myself into a good position and maybe make a couple big moves early on to really solidify myself as an opposing threat. Now, I don't know what to make of that. I think, in my opinion, Josh is playing aggressively, but he did say that, those three could target me and him. I don't know why they would target him. He kind of seems like a strong guy. But yeah, I understand the reason why those three strong people might want to target someone like me. I'm a stay-at-home mum. I'm not the strongest person in the world. I'm coming out here to prove myself, and yeah, so why wouldn't they vote me out? Because I'm weak. And so, if that is the truth, then I need to shut that down. What did you guys think? I'm not against it because, well, if he's true that those three strong people are starting to come together and maybe they want to target some weak people, since I'm probably going to be considered weak, they could be targeting me. Yeah, but it just doesn't make sense for me to vote out our strongest player at the first tribal council. Malanta did that in season 2. In the first trial, they voted out probably the strongest player, and it didn't really affect them very much, but these are returning players we're playing against, right? So it might affect us. Yeah, I get that, but she did say that they could be potentially trying to target me, and then, that's already putting me on the back foot. Yeah, but we barely know him. He could be lying. Yeah, I guess that's a factor. But I kind of think we should go with him. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I agree. I think we should just keep our options open. Yeah, well, I'm kind of more agreeing with James. So, it's already day 1 and people already coming up with plans. And Josh seems to be the person in the thick of it. He seems to be the one shouting out orders. Well, not really, but he's coming up with most of the plans. And yeah, while they're not the stupidest ideas, they're not very smart for the point where we are in the game right now. I get his reasonings, and I guess he's probably a bit paranoid, but in my opinion, I want to keep my options open. And that doesn't really help when James and Heather are like, maybe we should consider it, and that just doesn't help, because at the moment, the 4 in the middle potentially are split, and that could be dangerous. Well, me and you seem to be in agreement that we should keep our options open. And, well, we shouldn't really keep our options open. I think it's entirely dumb if we consider to vote out one of our strongest people. Yeah, but, I think we should keep our options open, but, James and Heather, they might be onto something. We might not trust Josh, but when you think about it, those three potentially be quite tight, and they're strong, and then they'll be, wanting to target some weaker players. And although maybe we might stay around because we might be able to contribute to strength-wise, the more we lose, the more we come into the picture of people that need to go home. Yeah, I guess you're right. Although it might be a bit too much pressure for me early on, I don't think being a swing vote going into the first tribe was a bad thing. And in fact, it could be a good thing for my game. Is people who can, if you watched Mike last season, he was kind of ping-ponging between alliances, and I don't mind doing that. It got him the win, so why can't it do it for me? The only thing is, it might put a bit of a target on my back, but if you don't have a target on your back, you're not trying hard enough, I guess. So, I want to play this game aggressively, there's no doubt about it. I think one of the most important things is that if I do have a target on my back, I stay, hidden at some points. Just so that, threat goes over the top of my head and everyone kind of forgets about me. And, it doesn't really affect me very much early on in the game because I don't think right now I have the biggest threat ever, or the biggest target on my back since it's only day 1. So why not go look for the idol? The shelter's built, everyone's talking to people, making alliance and stuff. This is the perfect cover up, so I'm gonna take my chances when I can. Oh my god, this is perfect. Hey, Josh? Hey, Scarlett, what do you want? I just, I saw you all by yourself, so I was gonna come and talk to you, but what are you doing? Nothing. Okay, yeah, like I said, I wanted to come and talk to you. So, you work in human resources? How long have you been doing that for? well, probably about five years, I think it was. Well, it's kind of confusing because, well, what's the month now? June? Yeah, so 5.5 years. Oh, that's cool. So do you have like any children in your family? Yeah, I have 2 children. What about you? Yeah, I have a few children. What, do you want to like continue this chat with like more people around, because this is kind of getting quite awkward. Yeah, I was just about to suggest that. Well, the perfect cover-up was Blown by Scarlett. I hope she doesn't catch on that I did have the idol, mainly because that was a really awkward talk, but we'll just see how it goes. If she kind of does catch wind, then she has to go first, because I'm not taking any chances. Josh was acting a bit weird there. Don't really know what that behavior was. It didn't really turn around. Kind of makes me think he was hiding something. I'm not quite sure. But we'll have to see. You know, it is day 1. It's a bit early. I don't think anyone would have found the idol. If someone did, maybe we would have seen or noticed that they were absent. But, you know, he could have the idol. We have to keep an eye out on him. Well, this is camp. Yep, round 2 starts now. I mean, we don't really need to do introductions, do we? Yeah, I presume we know who everybody is. So should we just get straight to shelter? Alright, who wants to lead that? I presume me. I mean, like, who else wants to do it? It's kind of what I thought. Yeah, so coming off the back of Season 4, I definitely have a big threat on my back because of the amount of challenges I've won, and that could definitely come into, well, view when people potentially target me. And being tribe leader does not add anything to that. It just makes it even worse. And so, yeah, I've got to work quite hard to make sure I stay around. Hey, Cassandra and Lindsay. Yeah. So we're kind of like girls in kind of similar ages. Do you want to like form an alliance? I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, alliances are the most important thing. You do realize we can see them, right? I don't think they can. For basically the entirety of the Solomon Islands, I was not really skeptical of Cassandra as a player. I didn't think she was that much of a threat until she turned on my ass and voted me out in a revote. So I don't really have the most respect for her. I'll only come out and say that's just the reason why I target her. And then Chrissy, who I don't think was the greatest player in Season 1, and Lindsay, who also wasn't the greatest player in Season 4, decide, let's just form an alliance in front of the entire tribe. And it's just like, well, what are you doing? You're just painting the threat in your back. And I think everyone agrees with me, and so I feel like it's an easy way of forming an alliance to take those 3 out. Hey, so did you guys see that Chrissy, Cassandra, and Lindsay just formed an alliance in front of everybody else? Yep. Yeah, I think it was quite obvious. So I think we should, like, try and cut that out before it gets too dangerous. I mean, they're not the smartest people in the world, but I guess they know their social game. Yep, I guess we can. I guess we should. So, I don't mind, like, taking out those 3 girls, but in my opinion, they're not the biggest threats. Yeah, Gavin, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, Lucas dominated physically last season. Rick's got a very good ability to slip under the radar. And I guess those 3 girls are quite social threats, and you're already posing a threat by forming an alliance. But Gavin is just too much of a snake. And I feel like if I go long term with him, and then he starts to really start taking power like he did in the Solomon Islands, I think I'll be on the receiving end on that, and I don't like that. So I need to keep my eyes out for the potential blindside against him, and sooner rather than later, in my opinion. So it starts with me trying to get in good with those 3 girls, and bring Carol along with me because we're from the same season. Let's try and make something happen. I think me and you should like form a duo. I mean, like, we may not like be the closest in Bermuda, but at least like we know each other. Yep, I guess you need to like form an alliance with people you know, right? And I guess me and you could do something together, and I don't really mind working with you. Cool. I mean, like, I don't want to be coming up with all the plans and try and blow you away with all the strategy talk, but I kind of think that maybe we should work with those 3 girls. But why? Well, I just feel like if we got in goods with them, that would be a majority, right? It's a pretty simple majority. I mean, we're already in one with Gavin, well, Gavin's plan, but the reason why is just I don't trust Gavin. I mean, the guy's dodgy. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like, if you look at season 2, he was very dominant when he wanted to be, and he was a bit of a villain, and not that I don't like villains, I just think, yeah, a bit of dodgy snake, and I think maybe we should go against him. Cool, then you see it my way as well. I was scared coming into this game that I would struggle to form alliances with people, but I generally can see myself getting in good with Ken. The thing I'm worried about is that me and him didn't have a really good relationship the first time, and he did kind of vote me out. But, I mean, his plans are valid. I don't mind him as a person, and maybe he can be a Chase 2.0. No one knows, but the only way to figure out is if I do work with him. So guys, what was your lives like after you guys finished your season? Well, it was alright. I was kind of coping off the fact that I just missed out on $1 million. Yeah, this was all great, but shouldn't we talk about like who should target and how do we get majority? I mean, we can, but we need to get to know each other first, right? Yeah, we don't have to go strategy all the time and stuff. I mean, we got the alliance down. That's really a good start, don't you think? Yeah, I guess, but we kind of need to plan forward. Yeah, I don't know if those two girls are going to make it any far because, well, I mean, they kind of know that they've got a social game locked down, but that social game's just part of the plan, isn't it? You need to have a strategic game down at least. I mean, looking at those 2 seasons, it must have been hard to pick, you know, people that were genuinely well-liked or weren't a fan favourite winner or weren't a winner at all from those first 2 seasons. And I guess the producers just look and said, Cassandra and Chrissy, maybe that could be fun in a season like this. And, you know, they don't really show the aspects that can make a good returning player. And I think, yeah, well, why did I align myself with them? I guess maybe they're pretty easily manipulated, but I'm just kind of thinking these girls don't know what they're doing. I get a lot of good vibes from Cassandra, which is why I try to align myself with her, and I try to bring Lindsay into the plan as well. She seems fine with it, but I'm trying to enjoy the moment, right? There's not going to be a lot of time to enjoy the moment when the game starts getting serious, and I know when we need to act serious and stuff. And I guess her points are valid that yes, strategy is important, but just finding time to enjoy the moment is important. And right now is just not the time, I don't think, to be planning so aggressively. Sorry girls, nice chat. I've just got to go. Catch you around maybe. Yeah, see you later. Well, that's a shame. What's her problem? She wants to talk strategy, but I guess maybe we just don't want to do it right now. Yeah, well, I mean, I understand strategy is like an important part of the game, but we just got here. Just take a chill pill. Yeah, but maybe she does have a point. Like, if we're not prepared, we're just going to get absolutely munted. Yeah, but right now's the time to relax, right? We're going to enjoy embrace the opportunity. Like, if she's not willing to go along with that, maybe we ditch her. No, I think that's stupid. Oh, I don't know. So, I'm going to deal with Lindsay just, like, walking away like that, right? I understand. She's not really in a good place right now because she probably doesn't see the ability in us and, like, thinking, well, maybe if I selected the right allies, maybe not. And so she's probably thinking a bit too much, and I need to, you know, obviously go and have a talk with her about stuff, because if this alliance is going to go along, we need to all like each other. And Cassandra comes up, and she just does not help at all. She's like, well, maybe we should consider just cutting her. And I said, girl, it's day 1. We've met for like 2 hours. We need her because otherwise we have nothing. And I'm just kind of thinking, this is going to go nowhere if I don't do something about it. So I need to make sure that we all get along and we can continue with this alliance. See, I don't know why Lindsay's like running away and stuff. She doesn't want to, you know, get to know each other really well. She doesn't want to talk, and that's really, I don't know what to think about that. And I'm kind of like thinking maybe we should just cut her. And, you know, Chrissy's taking her side and stuff, and now I don't know what to think. You know, maybe I was being a bit harsh, but like, I'm not going to get voted out because Lindsay doesn't want to work with us because apparently we're not smart enough. I just think that's stupid. So yeah, I obviously brought up the idea because in Survivor, you've got to bring up ideas. If you're not bringing up ideas, you're not trying hard enough. Hey girl, you alright? Yeah, I just kind of think you guys don't want to talk strategy and stuff. I mean, like, I understand, get to know each other, but like, I just feel like if we don't talk strategy, nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, but, you know, it's only been 2 hours. There's always potential to do it later. I mean, I don't think you should walk away because that might, like, make us resent you a little bit more. And, you know, even Cassandra's like, well, what's her problem and stuff. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I just don't know if this 100% girls alliance thing's gonna work out very long. Yeah, but you gotta give us a chance, right? Like, we're not known for the most strategic players from our particular seasons, are we? No. So, yeah, we need a little bit of time to just relax a bit, and then we can, like, hit the ground running and stuff. I mean, speaking of strategy, you're right, we do need a majority, so who do you have your eyes on? I don't know, I guess maybe we should, like, talk to people and stuff, other than just each other. Girl, I'm trying to help you here, don't just present me like that. I'm sorry, it's just... I know we weren't the best players from our particular season. I just think not talking strategy is just a bit stupid. I mean, like, I appreciate the fact that Chrissy is trying to make me feel welcome and stuff, and I probably didn't get off to the right page there. I can't just, like, be an arsehole, right? And I just feel like me yelling at her and stuff, just getting more defensive and stuff about, like, little comments, is just a bit stupid of me. But I want to talk strategy. I think that's the most important thing right now. And it's going to be difficult, but Chrissy is right. Like, if we start going against each other and stuff, this is going to go nowhere. And then we're just going to be left in this, just in the dust, taken out one by one. So, yeah, we need to fix our relationship. And I guess the best idea for us right now is to start fresh again. And just, you know, get to know each other a bit more, but also talk some strategy, you know? Like, balance it out a bit. And it starts with me being a little bit less rude. Whew, this game's hard. Hey, Chrissy, you alright? Oh, hey, Carol. Do you want to have a conversation? Sure, why not? So what do you want to talk about? Well, I don't think it's, like, out of the blue. I kind of think I need to be honest with you. I kind of, like, formed an alliance with Cassandra and Lindsay. Yeah, we all know. Yeah, I guess maybe saying it in front of everybody wasn't the smartest idea. I just probably wasn't thinking in the moment, but I think Lindsay and Cassandra just have different views and stuff, and I'm trying to bring everyone together and stuff. It's just not really working and stuff, and I just feel a bit stressed out. Well, what day is it? It's only day 1. We haven't lost the immunity challenge yet. You just need to hang in there, I guess. I mean, I guess we all, like, the idea that we're the returning players, we're the most experienced players, is probably a little bit stressful for most, but, you know, the longer we can, like, hold on as a tribe and keep going, I guess everything will become easier. Yeah, thanks. Just out of interest, like, strategy-wise and gameplay-wise, like, me and Ken might have a bit of a thing going on, like a bit of a duo partnership going along. I was just wondering if me and him join forces with you, Lindsay and Cassandra, and that could be a type 5. That's not a stupid idea. I felt like in Bermuda I was just there to vote with my alliance, and I wasn't actually doing much for them to help them to get through particular votes. So I'm approaching this game a little bit differently. Like, if I need something to happen, like if me and Ken need to get into that girls' alliance, I'm gonna put myself forward and try and make that happen myself. So yeah, finding Chrissy like that, in a vulnerable state, I talk to her the way Mum would talk to a child, because she's quite young and she's a bit stressed out and stuff. And she's a nice lady. I think me and her can do, like, maybe form a bit of a friendship together, but the most important thing is that she is willing to trust me and Ken, and me and Ken now have options. Man, I feel like everyone's just avoiding us. What do we do? I mean, we built the shelter, talked to Gavin, and, you know, everyone just walked off. Didn't even want to talk to us. It's kind of funny. This kind of feels similar to my first season, where I kind of had to just make my own alliance and stuff that didn't go anywhere at all. But, you know, we gotta start somewhere, I guess. And I guess me and you have started, and like maybe people don't even know we're on the island with them. It's kind of funny. Maybe me and you could, like, be a partnership. I don't know. Yeah, no, I like the sound of that. That makes sense. I mean, you're strong. I mean, I might not be the smartest person, but I do have a bit of wits about me. That could be an interesting duo. Yeah, I guess so. It's great to be back out here on the island. It's great to be playing the game I pioneered. I came 5th in Season 1. That was a pretty good placement. I don't think I had the greatest game ever up to that point, but you know, coming into this game, I need to be a little bit more aggressive. But not aggressive to the point where everyone goes, whoa, Rick's playing. I'm like really aggressive, we need to vote him out right now. Not like that. Like I said, I don't think I'll be able to deal with the fact that I might have a target on my back, but just aggressive enough that if I get to the end, the jury will recognize my game and vote for me. And early on day 1, I'm getting good connections with Lucas. Not someone I thought I would get good connections with, but I guess it happened. So maybe me and him can, you know, make some stuff happen. And I guess me and him are in an alliance with Gavin, Ken and Carol, and at the moment that's a good thing because that's a majority. Are you ready to get to your first immunity challenge? Yeah! Okay, for today's challenge, one member of each tribe will be selected as a goalkeeper, while the other 7 members will shoot the ball into the goal. The only rule is that your goalkeeper cannot shoot. The team with the most amount of goals will win immunity, safe in the vote. Losers tribal council, where somebody will be the first person voted out of this game. Alright, well, you pick your goalkeepers, get a strategy, and we'll get started. Guys, I play the sport, so you can be a goalkeeper. No, I think that's a waste of time. Is anyone brave enough to do it? No, I'll be the hero. I'll try. This is awfully risky. You sure, Lucas? It's a waste of time me being in goal. I'm more of a striker than I am a goalkeeper. Anybody volunteer? I guess I'll do it. Is everyone okay with that? Yeah? Goalkeeping for the returnees is Rick. First up for the newbies is Scarlett. Survivors ready? Go! Scarlett shot. It's in! 1 point for the newbies. Next up is Hannah. Hannah's shot. Oh, it's in as well! 2 points for the newbies. Next up, it's Josh. Josh's shot. Oh, it just gets past Rick. It's 3 points for the newbies. Dude, how confident are you? No, I don't think I can stop them. I don't know what to do. Alright, so if you don't know what to do, just come forward, maybe rush them a bit, put them off target, and put them under pressure so maybe they screw the shot up. Alright, I'll try. Eric's next. Rick has come forward. Eric's shot. Oh, it's way off. Well, it's 3 points still to the newbies. Emily's up now. Emily's shot now. Oh, it misses as well. Something that Rick's doing is obviously working. The score for the newbies is 3 points still with 2 shooters to go. James's shot now. James's shot now. Oh, it misses again. It's 3 points for the newbies with 1 shooter to go. It's Heather's turn now. 1 more shooter left. Heather's shot now. Oh, that misses. Meaning it's 3 points to the newbies, meaning the returnees have to score 4 points, otherwise we go for another round. Chuck is in goal. Lindsay is taking the first shot. Lindsay's shot. Oh, it just deflects, and I think that's a cross, meaning Lindsay wins a point. It's 3-1. It's Ken's turn now. Ken's shot. Oh, it misses, meaning the newbies lead 3-1 with 5 shots left to go. It's Chrissy's turn next. Chrissy's shot now. Oh, it gets past Chuck, meaning the scores are 3-2 to the newbies with 4 shots to go. Cassandra's turn now. Cassandra's shot. Oh, it gets past Chuck. Incredible shot, meaning the scores are tied 3-3 with 3 shots to go. Carol's shot now. Carol's shot now. Oh, it's blocked by Chuck, meaning there's 2 shots to go and 1 point needed for the returnees to win. It's Gavin's shot now. Chuck needs to save this. Gavin's shot. Chuck saves it again, meaning we have one more shot coming, and if the returnees make it, they win. If the Chuck can save the goal, we go to another round. Lucas is the final shot. Lucas's shot now. Oh, and it just gets in, meaning the returnees wins immunity and is safe from the vote, sending the newbies to Tribal Council. Winning feels great. I told Rick to change his strategy and it helped. There's another last 4 people to shoot, missed, and then when it was our turn, when Ken missed, I was like, oh no, we've lost because I think I'm the only other person who can score here. But no, Chrissy and Cassandra, I underestimated them a lot, obviously, and they scored the winning goal, so good for them. I'm proud of my team, proud of what they accomplished here, and yeah, wow, winning feels great. I do feel a little bit responsible for the loss today. I mean, I did have a feeling that, well, my tribe was stronger overall. There's some stupid mistakes from me, letting Cassandra and Chrissy get shots through, and you know, after that I kind of had to wake up and start saving some goals, but it's probably a bit too little too late at that point. Sorry about that, guys. Don't worry about it. If whoever had lost that challenge, the goalkeeper would have got the blame, but you did have the hardest job, so yeah, don't put yourself down. Thank you. I didn't really perform very well in that challenge. I missed my shot, and you know, that could be the reason why people potentially target me and the potential reason why I could go home. So tonight, I think it's best for me to stick with Josh. I mean, like, I might not 100% trust him, but I didn't really have another option. Alright, are you guys with me? Yeah, we guess so. Yeah, I certainly am. So, in my opinion, I think Scarlett. Why her? She was one of our strongest members. Well, like I said, I kind of get like a strong person out because, well, you know, there'll be big threats later on, and those 3 are tight anyway. But I mean, Scarlett is like probably the second most strongest out of those 3, right? Like Hannah, she's strong, but she's not like a big threat compared to the other 2. And Chuck, if we have to lift the house, then I'd much rather have him on my tribe. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand that. Okay, so we're doing Scarlett. Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine. Sure. So, my alliance is deciding to do Scarlett, and I'm completely fine with that because kind of didn't do very well in that challenge. And she's a big threat. It's a genuinely alright move, I think. And I don't mind doing that move because, yeah, she's a big threat and it could be a big move. And, you know, if you're not making big moves, then you're not really trying that hard in this game. So what do you want to do? Well, I presume we should go and talk to those 3, try and get in the, try and get in goods with them, and then it gives us options. Yeah, maybe that's the plan. So, me and Eric's plan is relatively simple. Our plan is to just, you know, play the middle. Well, foot in the boat. I don't know if me and him will, like, work together long term. We just kind of agree that, you know, now might not be the right time to take out a big threat, but it's a big move, and we don't want those other 3 strong players to just get too close and then dominate this game. So me and him agree that we need to keep our options open. So yeah, the plan is to play the middle. Hey, can we talk? Yeah, sure, why not? Basically, where do you guys stand? Well, we're kind of in an alliance. Why? Well, we can like join your alliance if you want to have a majority. That'd be great. I mean, we were kind of going to ask you guys anyway, to be honest. Anyway, we're kind of looking at maybe Jamie or Heather. They're kind of like, they're probably the weakest people in the tribe. I mean, Josh is kind of a loose cannon and stuff. I think he's more sneaky than the other 2, but we meant like, he's stronger. So, our idea is to just take out the weakest. Yeah, we're fine with that, but we kind of need a name. Let's go with James because, you know, I think Heather is more productive around camp. Okay? So, Heather it is. Yeah, cool. We got that sorted. Alright, thank you. So, Emily and Eric come up to talk to us, and they want to like join our alliance and stuff, which is kind of weird, but I guess we were going to ask them anyway. And yeah, so that means we have a majority of 5, and we're trying to take out Heather. I don't know if I can 100% trust those two, so I need to make sure that they're still willing to work with us, and just make sure that we've got this boat locked down. Hey, Hannah, what do you want? Well, I just need to make sure that you guys like are 100% working with us. Not to like sound paranoid, we just need that boat like locked down. Well, we must admit, we'll think about it, because we're kind of in between a little bit. I mean, I think Eric might rather vote for James, but I'm still a little bit hesitant. I mean, regardless, I kind of still want to like work with you, because I think we're similar ages and stuff, and I think me and you could go a long way together. Yeah, I think that could be a good dynamic, so yeah, I'm fine with working with you. Yeah, so like I said, don't have 100% sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll see what happens. Alright, cool. It's kind of good to hear that if the plan doesn't really work tonight, and Emily and Eric don't really work with us, it's good to hear that Emily doesn't mind working with me, and so that makes me a little bit more safe. And you know, people have their reasons for why they potentially might not work with people and stuff, and I think me and Emily could go a long way together, and I won't hold it against her if she doesn't work with us. I like Hannah. I think me and her could have good dynamic, you know, be good friends going forward, but I don't want that relationship to be the key reason why I vote with them. I need to make sure that the move I make is purely reasons that benefit me, not really her, and that's important. So just because me and her might be friends going forward doesn't mean that I'm going to potentially spare Scarlett. If I feel like I need to get rid of Scarlett tonight, I'll vote her out, regardless of the relationship with Hannah. Well, I guess it's up to us two. Yeah, so James or Scarlett. I mean, potentially James is smarter in my opinion because, well, he's weaker, but, you know, this might be our only opportunity to take out Scarlett. Yeah, it would be a big move, and I think Scarlett, she benefits the tribe physically, but overall, I think it was just a bigger move, and if Scarlett, Chuck, and Hannah become too close, it'd be just hard to break up later on. Yeah, so both have very valid why they should go home. Tonight, it's up to me and Emily. And, you know, as much as there is a lot of pressure on us, it's kind of comforting to know that we're not going home first, as I haven't heard my name come up. So we can either vote for James, and if we vote for James, our tribe becomes stronger a little bit because, well, James doesn't really benefit us strength-wise. Well, if we vote Scarlett, our tribe becomes weaker, but it does weaken the big alliance that's kind of forming between Hannah, Scarlett, and Chuck. And if we get rid of Scarlett, that alliance becomes weaker, and potentially, instead of them dominating, since Scarlett's gone, they don't really have a chance. So there's real reasons for both of them going out. And strategically, it's smarter to go with Scarlett, but also going with James would be best for the tribe, as that means we can win more challenges, hopefully. So yeah, there's lots of stuff going on in tonight's tribal. Welcome, newbies, to Tribal Council. So James, when the returning players first stepped on to their mat, what was the thoughts going through your head? I will admit I was a bit worried. I mean, these people played before, they're more experienced than us, and they can learn from the mistakes they made last time. Well, we haven't made those mistakes yet, so we don't have the opportunity to repeat them. We don't have the opportunity to not repeat them. And yeah, so the experience over there was a little bit worrying, but it's also kind of comforting to know that they already lost before. Emily, what is this tribe dynamic like? Like, how do you guys fit together? I think we're relatively close. I mean, that first, challenge, I think was a bit even, and I think we had the opportunity to win it, but I just think there was a couple mistakes from not just Chuck as a keeper, but also the people shooting the goals, and yeah, we need to work on that. Josh, So, this is the first tribal council. Do you go aggressive? Well, it's all in perspective, I guess, Jeff. Do you go aggressive right off the bat? You know, maybe that might be the smart idea, but at the same time, if you go too aggressive, people will value you as too much of a threat. Scarlet. So, is this just a case of just voting out the weakest player? On some first tribal council occasions, yes, but as Josh said, if someone's starting to play too aggressive, then maybe you vote them out. But as far as I know, I have seen no one to really play aggressive. Alright, well with that, it is time to vote. Chuck, you'll start us off.
Scarlet. Maybe under any other season circumstances you would have won or made it far, but you're playing in a tribal league, and it's just unlucky for you, you have to go home tonight. James, I'm sure you're a great guy, but you're just too weak to really compete with those returning players.
I'll tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now will be the time to do so. No? Alright, the votes. Person with the most votes must leave the tribal council area immediately. Read the votes. First vote, Scarlet. Second vote, James. 1 vote Scarlet, 1 vote James. Third vote,
Scarlet. That's 2 votes Scarlet, 1 vote James. Fourth vote, James. We are tied again. 2 votes James, 2 votes Scarlet, 4 votes left. Fifth vote, James. Scarlet.
we are tied again. 3 votes James, 3 votes Scarlet, 2 votes left. 7th vote,
Scarlet. That's 4 votes Scarlet, 3 votes James, 1 vote left.
The 8th vote. And the first person voted out of Survivor, India.
Scarlet. Scarlet, that's 5, that's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch.
Scarlet, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Congratulations. To the 7 of you, you've survived your first tribal council. How many more do you guys have left in you? Only time will tell. Grab your torches about to camp. Good night.
Man, that just straight up pisses me off. I mean, like, I'm one of their strongest members and they decide to keep one of their weakest members over me. I'm just angry right now.
I mean, the thing that makes me the most angry is the fact that I didn't think I deserved it. I mean, I was one of the tribe's strongest members, and I just feel like voting me out is just a stupid move because the rest of them are just going to get stomped on by those returning players, and I guess to Chuck and Hannah, I feel sad about it happening to them, but to the rest of them, I don't really care if it happens to them. That's their problem because, well, they did vote me out, so I don't really care.
I mean, for what it's worth, the 3 days I was out, it was quite fun, but that last, well, has it been 5 minutes since I've had my torch off? It just sucked, because I don't think I deserved it.